I can't believe that at this moment, literally, I'm watching Love Island, and it's taking place in South Africa, in Cape Town. So it's not an island at all. It remains to be seen whether or not there's any love in it. But I have a strong suspicion it's all very peculiar. This is such a strange game. I thought in the 1970s or so, this sort of beauty parade, this beauty pageant thing, had gone out of fashion. I'm astonished to see girls in bikinis and high heels strutting around a pool. I thought this was the stuff of James Bond. I thought this was politically incorrect. So here I am watching this, and I think it's not very inclusive, is it? Where's the gay character? Maybe that's some. At the end of these two programs, we've got twins coming in, so maybe they're gay. Maybe that's going to be something very exciting with Callum and some of these others. But I just find the concept of the show strangely improbable in the 21st century. But to go into it in more detail, oh my God. It's shocking, really. I have to say something interesting without too many spoilers. So it's introduced by this lady called Laura Whitmore, who seems like everybody's best friend, but of course she's really there just to stir the pot. And she's the only person who seems to be dressed in this show. Everybody seems to be hired on the principle that they're going to strut around the place in almost no clothing. Both girls and boys, and then some of the boys got these very strange little shirts on. One of them has got this little pink number on, which looks as if it's literally just been made for him. It looks as if he's never worn it before. And some of the girls, well, their costume budget can't be terribly excessive. So Mike is a professional footballer, or was a professional footballer, and now he's a policeman, and now he's strutting his stuff. And I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but I'm now on episode 2, and he seems to be being picked up by somebody else, and he seems quite happy with this. And and the girl he was Leanne looks extremely annoyed. She's sort of pouting, and poor Leanne. And Callum, who gets a goodbye kiss, and he gets his territory marked by the first girl that he is coupled with. This is I feel slightly ashamed that I'm even watching this. All this coupling and pairing off, and people who don't know each other sharing the same bed. I'm always amused by girls called Sophie because it's a great name which means wisdom. She says, "I think I might be too picky." I think she might be in the wrong show if that's the case. I wonder how much aftercare is really necessary for a show like this, because this really is manipulating people's emotions in a very deep way. It's not just about the fashion parade and the market placement, isn't it? Don't I quite see all these things placed around the set, and then these extraordinary staircases, like something out of Ben-Hur, this huge staircase down which these people trot. I don't know where it goes. Where does it go? Up to heaven or something? Oh, I love the bit where Shauna and Ollie are together, and Ollie can't quite remember Shauna's name. Is that right? No, that's when they're talking. When they've got a boys' chat all together, and Ollie can't quite remember her name. Brilliant. And then you've got these people whose names you can't really pronounce or spell, Shanice, and Nas got into trouble for that because he thought that somebody had won this particular answer, and he thought, oh, well, it begins with an S. It must be the girl that I've coupled up with. No, surprise, no, it's not. He just can't read, poor boy. And Shanice Fudge, Roald Dahl couldn't have made up a better name than that. She's an absolute joy. And she seems to think that everybody belongs in a Disney movie. So she's got the boy that she's with, who she suggests is Aladdin, and then she's got this other boy who she seems to fancy, who she thinks is from Pocahontas. And in fact, he's from he's a wealthy landowner, or he's the son of a wealthy landowner, or at least there's some wealth there anyway. Even though I think the farmhouse or the house itself is now owned by the National Trust. I love the bit where Ollie races over the beds and sort of bounds around like some sort of mad cow. And then a few minutes later, he's telling, is it Paige? It's Paige, isn't it? That she's got cool eyes, as if indeed she is a cow. And then he explains, well, I'm a farmer. It's actually bewitching television. It's something that I think maybe we should be watching. It's sort of a record of, is it a record of real life? And I don't see very much that's nice about it, but it is fascinating, quite fascinating and deeply manipulative. Then is it Connor, or is it Callum? It's Connor. It's Connor, the bean boy, who seems to have been extraordinarily promiscuous. He's certainly got around. I mean, what? He's only 23. He's been a busy boy. I think in the show he's called a busy boy, but he certainly has been a busy boy. And he's got the most amazing teeth. And we can't seem to go more than 10 minutes in the show before somebody's talking about his teeth. I mean, if you've got one character who looks like Aladdin, another character looks like the fellow in Pocahontas, John Smith, Connor seems to look like Bugs Bunny or Roger Rabbit. I mean, his teeth just sort of sing out to you. And the person who's really got beautiful teeth is Naz, of course. And Naz is such a nice fellow. I really warm to Naz. I think if there's one person I like in the show, it's Naz. If there's one person I can actually remember in the show, it's Naz. Everybody else I have to sort of make notes and sort of check, who am I looking at now? Which girl is with which boy? And do I care? And then there are the twins. The twins, you can't tell them apart. But have they actually got anything interesting to say? Well, they ought to. One of them studied philosophy, and the other one, I think, studied geography. So these are bright girls, but they don't really wear their intelligence on their sleeve, but then they're not really wearing sleeves. Wasn't there an extraordinary film called Touch of Evil about two twins in the 1960s, a big Hammer horror film? Sort of reminds me of that. I love the fact that Naz is called a donut, or does he call other people donuts? No, that's it. Paige is asked to do Paige is dropped in a bucket of tea, and then asked to identify who she thinks has cheated 8 or 9 times on his girlfriend, and she thinks it's Callum. No, she's wrong. It's Ollie. Ollie's already told us that he's cheated on his girlfriend. Oh, doesn't anybody remember? Sophie. Sophie correctly identifies that Connor has slept with 100 people. I mean, does he have it sort of emblazoned on his forehead? How would anybody know that? Leanne lost a nail. And Nat is so cheap. Oh, that's hilarious. Spends £20 on a first date, probably for the bus home. Poor Nas. Your heart just goes out to him, doesn't it? Your heart just goes out to him. He's adorable TV. I think he should have his own show. And then Mike's asked that question about the girl who likes all sex positions. And who does he think it is? Well, it is actually Sophie. He thinks it's Jess, or one of the twins. Jess or Eva. He just wants to snog one of the twins, I think. Why am I taking sort of moral high ground here? I don't really know. Should I be taking the moral high ground? Look, can we have some comments about this? Because this is the first time I've seen reality TV other than The Circle. I think it's quite a revelation. This is not a reality that I recognise. But please tell me. Tell me what I need to look out for. I need some guidance. I need some protection, I think, if I'm going to watch any more of this program. Come on, please. Guys, fill in comments. I just need comments. I need some help. Help me. And maybe we can all watch Love Island episode 3 and 4 together. Come on. Fill in the comments and tell me what I've got to do next. And who do you think is going to win? I think it has to be Nas because he's the nicest person there. Come on, let's all vote. Let's all root for Nas.